Paatal Lok Season 2, Episode 1, and I'm already sold on this series. On a cold winter in Delhi, the room service staff at Nagaland Sedan discover a decapitated head. The victim, Jonathan Tom, a Nega leader, was in Delhi for the important Nega Business Summit. IPS officer Ansari leads the murder investigation. Meanwhile, Ram investigates a migrant worker's disappearance only to chance upon a startling discovery. If season 1 was primarily about no matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, things don't change, I'm curious on where this one's gonna go. So season 2 continues a little ways after season 1 finished. The wife is back to her old ways because she's claiming, oh, when have I ever asked you for money, when we know she spent his money without asking. So I guess the fact that she's asking now is a good sign, but she has no right to say that. I'm sorry, it was my wife that pointed that out. She took issue with that, and I'm just like, you know what, you have a solid point, so I had to bring it up here. But his old protege has been promoted and is part of this lead case, which is trying to unify territories in India. And it seems like the person that they had invited lost his head, and his old disciple is now put in charge of investigating it. However, our lead detective is following a missing persons report. A wife has been complaining about her husband gone missing, so he starts hunting for him. She ends up being killed in the process, and as they run the CCTV footage and find out everything, it turns out that his old protege and himself are running the same case from different angles. And I'm curious about how this one's going to end. This one doesn't have the same kind of, relationship it had, like the ill you felt for the prisoners. I mean, it might get there at some point, but there are no prisoners to be interrogating. They're just going at it from different angles, and I'm hoping episode 2 is they're gonna join forces. The wife wants her husband to take on a different job that pays more. Her brother-in-law, of course, he's back in the picture, has gotten successful in one of his schemes and is trying to get the officer in on the ground floor of a business, and the second the officer sees it, he's like, this is a corrupt business. He could tell immediately what was going on. And I loved his dialogue. He was like, you're lucky I'm here with my brother-in-law and I'm not here as myself, like as an officer, because he would have shut him down. He wouldn't be leaving without them being shut down. And we've gotten to know his character through season 1. Every action he takes is for the better of everyone, even though he has to let a case and innocent people suffer because I guess it was for the greater good. But it's I like his character. I like how he always does what's right for him and his family. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the message of season 2 is gonna be how people, no matter how you extend an olive branch, extend your arm out in friendship, they will always shun away from it, because there is something that feels great about feeling marginalized against, belittled. The fact that people can get into politics of power because they feel they could take advantage of how people feel belittled. I mean, that's how we ended up in World War II. So it's like there's always people who will try to struggle and never change, no matter how much you try to help them. The one thing I'm interested in is if it's the people from the territory they're trying to create better ties with, stronger ties with, or is it from the big city itself? In the end, it could be a coalition of factors of someone who is on both sides playing both territories against each other. Maybe that's the one who's keeping them from unifying, because they profit off of both ends. But that's just speculation. I'm going to continue through. I'm going to try to do episode for episode review. They're much shorter. They're much more concise, because there's nothing for me to rave about so far, except for the fact that I'm really enjoying it. It's addictive to watch. It's really addictive to watch, and just to step away to review each episode seems like a struggle for me. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to get back to it. Toodles!